Hello children, now your Max Marks comes up with the next lesson, Bholi by K.A. Abbas. Now about the author first. The author of Bholi is Khwaja Ahmad Abbas, born in Panama, Punjab on 7 June 1914. He's a Hindi, Urdu and English writer. And in addition to this, he is also an Indian film director, screenwriter, journalist and an amazing novelist. His father was a student of Mirza Ghalib. He did his schooling at Halim Muslim High School, followed by a Bachelor of Arts and then law degree from the very renowned Aligarh Muslim University. Passion for writing and a prolific writer, wrote number of books, 73 books, considered as a king of short Urdu short stories, famous for his financial works, and he's written scripts for most famous and prominent actor Raj Kapoor. Now, let's move on to this story, Bholi. Now, Bholi as the summary of the chapter. The summary of the chapter goes like this. The story opens up with the introduction of a little girl named Sulekha. She was called Bholi for being a simpleton. Now, what actually do you mean by simpleton? Simpleton word doesn't come from the word simple. What does this word simple means? What is simple? Simple is something which you easily understand without difficulty. You say the question was very simple. She's wearing a very simple dress. But simpleton is different. Simpleton is, see, simple is not difficult, easily understood. Now, simpleton means, a foolish person. So you will remember the difference between simple and simpleton. Simple is something which is easily understood, not difficult. That is simple. Simpleton is an idiot, a foolish person, without common sense, without intelligence. Now this girl, Sulekha, who is called a Bholi not because she is very innocent or something, because she had fallen off the cot when she was just 4 months old, and since then she had become like this. This was so because some part of her brain had got damaged due to an injury during her childhood. When she was just barely 4 months old, had fallen from the cot on her head, She's now, what all did she have? Now you come down to everything about it. You begin with the physical features. No, she stammered, couldn't utter clearly, she would stammer, and had pock marks on her face, which she got when she had contracted smallpox. So when she suffered from smallpox, she got those pock marks at the age of just 2. No, she was the youngest of her 4 sisters, and everybody made fun of her because when she would stammer, she would get stuck up with words and people would look at her and make fun of her. Now, she was the laughing stock for everyone. Her father, Ramlal, was a Nambardar. I hope you'll remember it. Ramlal, father's name. And how will you remember? Number, you know the spelling of number? Just add DAR to it. He was a nambardar. He had 3 sons and 4 daughters, and Bholi was the youngest of all. Now Ramlal and his wife, they were always concerned about this child, always worried about her. They always worried about her, as it seemed impossible to marry her with her having an ugly face and a dumb mind. So parents were always under this impression that nobody will marry this girl because she's a simpleton, she has those pockmarks, so nobody would accept her as a bride. So they were constantly worried about her. Now one day the Tehsildar visited the village to inaugurate a girls' primary school. Now this Tehsildar had come to inaugurate the school, and Ramlal was nambardar. So when you are at a position, you have to set an example. Now when they have opened up a primary school for girls and you hold some position in the village, it becomes your responsibility also to send your daughters to school. Now Tehsildar visited the village to inaugurate, there's an AUG, inaugurate a girls' primary school. He persuaded Ramlal to send his daughters to school. Now Ramlal's wife, as those people in the earlier times were, over superstitious, and they felt, and they were very backward, conventional thinking they had. And Ramlal's wife said, if we send our daughters to school, who will marry them? According to them, according to their conservative thinking, the girls were not to be educated. So now, but Tehsildar had requested Ramlal to send his daughters to school, so he had to do it. So his wife came up with a suggestion. She suggested that why not send Bholi to school? As it is, nobody will marry her because of those pockmarks, because of that dumb mind. So you send her to school. Although she was against about sending girls to school because no boy would marry such a girl. So they felt that all right, at least Tehsildar has told Ramlal, and Ramlal is also fulfilling the condition by sending this girl Bholi to school. As it is, nobody is going to marry her. So it's better you send her to school. But she reasoned that as Bholi had no chance of getting married, so she could go to school. Look at the conservative thinking of a mother. How backward the parents were. The reason for sending the child to school is not to educate her, just to fulfill the condition, just to fulfill the commitment that he had made to Tehsildar, or that request Tehsildar had made to him, or what he had asked him to do. Now in the beginning, when Bholi was being taken to school, she was frightened. She thought that probably it happened like this, that one of their cows, Lakshmi, was taken out and sent away. So she probably thought that maybe, there were those fears in her mind. So Bholi was frightened to leave her house. But when for the first time in her life she was dressed up and her hair was washed and oiled, she felt that she was to visit a better place. Now look at the pathetic condition of this little girl. Till now, she was treated as something which was considered to be of no value. No value was there of this child. She was just wearing discarded clothes of her elder sisters. But now that she had to go to the school, and because of Ramlal's reputation, she had to be sent in decent clothes. So for the first time, she was properly taken care of. Her hair was washed and they were oiled, and she felt that something better. She is going to a good place. She was to visit a better place. In the school, she met a teacher who was very kind and polite to her. The teacher had made all the difference in the life of Bholi. She encouraged her to study and speak with confidence. This filled hope in Bholi, and she began to go to school every day. See, this teacher on the very first day had instilled confidence in her. The way she had spoken to her for the first time, it touched the chords of her heart, Bholi's heart, because till now nobody had ever spoken politely to her, nobody had spoken nicely to her. So she was really touched when the teacher spoke very kindly to her. And then the teacher had instilled the confidence in her, which actually brought clarity in her speech and left her entire family in a state of shock towards the end. Now this filled hope in Bholi, and she began to go to school every day. Years passed and her village upgraded into a small town with some facilities like a cotton mill. So now years passed and her village, with time everything goes on, lot of improvements, lot of changes take place, and the village was upgraded into a small town, and some facilities like a cotton mill had come up in the village, a cinema had come up, and the primary school was converted into a secondary school, the higher secondary school. So all these things had upgraded in the village. Now one day Bholi's parents decided to marry their daughter Bholi to a lame old man who was a widower. No? Just imagine what kind of parents they were, ready to marry their child to a man who was almost the age of Ramlal. He was a widower, had grown up children, but had money. And the second reason why they agreed to marry her, he said he demanded no dowry. No? So, and they were very poor, could not afford a dowry. So they thought that all right, fine, how does it matter? Even if he is an old man, no? At least he is not asking for dowry. Now they thought it to be the best marriage proposal for their dumb daughter. And thus they fixed up her marriage. No consent was required of children earlier. Whatever the parents forced upon whatever they forced upon their daughters, they had to agree and follow it. On the wedding day, the bridegroom arrived with great pomp and show. Now this filled Ramlal with joy, because they had never seen the bridegrooms coming with those trumpets blowing. So this was actually, and the other sisters were jealous at this pomp and show. Now the groom, when he had to, there was that garland of marigold flowers, when he had to put it, the girl removed her veil. Veil is a cover. Now when she removed her veil, the groom discovered that Bholi had pock marks, and now he said, I want a dowry to marry this daughter. Now he wanted dowry, and the amount that he wanted was 5,000 rupees. Ramlal did not have that much money. He removed his turban, as was a tradition in earlier families, and they would keep, the daughters' fathers would keep their turban before those people and beg and plead them to marry their daughters. So now 5,000 rupees was a huge amount. Ramlal pleaded and begged for mercy and even placed his turban in Bishambar's feet. But the man did not agree. He was adamant. He wanted 5,000 and he said, I'll not marry till you arrange that money. Now Ramlal had to give them money in order to save both his family's honor and his daughter's marriage. So these things, a lot of changes have come up in the society, but these things still continue in certain remote areas. So to save the family honor and to get his daughter married, he had to manage the money. Now Bholi could not tolerate all this. Till now, whatever her father had said, she had agreed and had agreed to get married to a widower, having grown up children. No. Now when she saw this, she could not tolerate it and she refused to marry a greedy man. Now after having taken the money, when he was ready with the garland, she flung it away. She pushed that hand away and that garland went flying into the fire. Now people accused her of being shameless, the way our certain traditional societies still carry those still conservative and illogical thinking, still we have it in our families. And now those people, instead of appreciating the girl, praising her for taking a bold step in favor of her father, they were accusing her. They were calling her shameless. Now the wedding party returned. The marriage ceremony ended without Bholi getting married. Now her father was surrounded by grief and said that now nobody would marry her and worried about her future. But look, the girl, the work this girl did. To this she replied that she would take care of her parents when they grew old and would teach in her school where she had received her education. She will teach in that school and she would look after her parents in their old age. Her teacher, who was quietly watching all this, felt so proud of her decision. The lesson concludes very nicely in the NCERT book. It's like the teacher was looking at that masterpiece which she had created, that bold decision which had come from Bholi, who was considered a simpleton, had come up with a very intelligent and a bold decision. So a lesson which carries a lesson within, that how we need to educate and have faith in our children. With this, we end up your summary, and I'll expect you to read your lesson from your book, and then we'll take up those question answers. Right? Take care. Thank you.